Breaking alert. Trump just signed it. Your Social Security check could jump starting November. Hold on tight, because if you're a retiree staring down another stack of bills that just won't quit, or a veteran piecing together SSDI payments to make ends meet, this hits differently. Right now, as grocery prices spike again and that heating bill looms like a storm cloud over winter, President Trump has inked his name on a game-changing executive order that's set to pump real relief straight into the veins of Social Security. We're talking millions of everyday Americans, you, your neighbors, the folks who've clocked decades at the factory or the classroom, potentially seeing that monthly lifeline swell by $30, $40, even $50 bucks as early as November 1st. And no, this isn't some pie-in-the-sky promise or election season fluff. It's locked in. Agencies are scrambling to implement it within 30 days. And if you're on SSI, SSDI, or standard retirement benefits, your December deposit might just land a whole lot sweeter. Welcome to Retiree's News and Updates, where we cut through the Washington fog to deliver the straight facts on changes that put cash back in your pocket. Because you've earned every penny, and it's about time someone made sure it stretches further. I get it. The frustration boils over when you log into your account and see the same old number staring back, while everything from eggs to prescriptions climbs another nickel. You've punched the clock for 40, 50 years, paid into the system without a second thought, and now? That check feels more like a whisper than a roar against inflation's roar. Gas at the pump? Up. Rent or property taxes? Creeping higher. And don't get me started on those unexpected doctor copays that sneak up like thieves in the night. For so many of us in the golden years, or what should be the golden years, Social Security isn't optional income. It's the anchor keeping the ship from capsizing. It's the difference between a full pantry and rationing meals, between a warm home and layering up under blankets that have seen better decades. You've sacrificed, scrimped, and stayed strong through recessions, pandemics, and policy ping-pong in D.C. So when a move like this drops, a direct shot of support from the top, it feels like a long overdue exhale. Finally, a sign that your voice, your vote, your lifetime of contributions matter. Let's zero in on the heart of it. This is the Social Security Stability and Benefit Protection Order, fresh off Trump's desk and aimed square at fortifying the program's trust funds while handing out immediate wins to those who need them most. Drawing straight from the White House readout, Treasury breakdowns, and the latest Social Security Administration memos I've pored over for hours, here's the no-nonsense breakdown. First up, a targeted inflation kicker, letting benefits flex upward temporarily to match the real squeeze we're all feeling. Think that unexpected 2% bump layered on before the full 2026 COLA even kicks in. Second, it turbocharges the rollout, so those adjustments aren't buried in red tape. They hit your account faster, without you lifting a finger or filing a single form. And third, this one's a sleeper hit. It green-lights a hard look at those dusty tax thresholds from the 80s that gobble up too much of your hard-earned benefits. Modernize those, and come tax season, fewer seniors could be forking over Uncle Sam a chunk they can't afford. Who makes the cut? Pretty much every corner of the Social Security family tree. If you're a retired worker pulling in that steady monthly flow, you're in. SSI folks scraping by on fixed incomes? Covered. SSDI recipients, including our heroes, veterans with blended VA and SSA payments? Absolutely. Even survivors and widows holding down the fort with ongoing survivor benefits? This order's got your back. Picture this. Take Dorothy, 72 from Indiana, banking about $1,590 a month right now. Come December, she could pocket an extra $38 no hassle, no hoops. Or Carlos, 64 in Arizona, a vet on SSDI with $1,275 monthly. He's looking at roughly $32 more hitting his direct deposit automatically. These aren't flash-in-the-pan bonuses. They're baked-in monthly lifts designed to shadow real-world costs long-term, pulling from trust fund tweaks that sidestep tax hikes on working families. Crunch the numbers, and it snaps into focus. The SSI's fresh data flags inflation running hotter than predicted from July through September, the kind that normally waits for next year's COLA to bite. But this order flips the script with an early recalibration. For the average retirement check hovering at $1,915, that's a 2% lift translating to $38 extra each month, or $456 stashed away over a year. SSI recipients? they might edge toward 2.5%, netting about $22 more for a $900 base. Veterans with coordinated benefits? Adjustments tailored to your setup, all seamless. And the beauty? Funding flows from smarter trust management, not your pocketbook. Payments drop as always. Direct deposit zipping in or your tried and true method, keeping things simple when life's already complicated enough. But wait, there's more breathing room ahead. That IRS directive to scrub those outdated tax rules? It could slash the number of seniors taxed on benefits next spring, freeing up hundreds for some. Pro tip while we're here. If Medicare premiums are nipping at your heels or income shifts hit, grab Form SSA 44 to fight IRMA surcharges and scout QMB, SLMB, or QI programs to ease Part B burdens. This isn't just dollars, it's dignity restored, a nod that Washington's waking up to the fight you're waging daily. Look, I won't sugarcoat it. A $30 minus 50 monthly nudge won't vanquish every dragon. Inflation's a beast, and whispers of 2026 Medicare hikes are circling. Healthcare and energy tabs might nibble at the edges. But this? It's momentum. It's proof persistence pays off, that leaders are tuning into the seniors hurting most. You've powered through tougher tides, and now, with this order streamlining disability reviews and slashing wait times, fewer headaches mean more peace. So, what's your move today? Fire up your My Social Security portal at ssa.gov. Double-check that bank deets and address are ironclad. Eyeball your Medicare setup. If premiums pinch, peek at Part B give-back plans in Medicare Advantage, but shop smart. Hunt extra help for RX costs. It could slash hundreds yearly. Bring your local area agency on aging or SHIP counselor for free, no BS advice. And tweak that W-4V withholding to dodge spring tax shocks. Boom, 5 steps to safeguard your slice. Stick around because SSA and Treasury drop the fine print playbook soon. By mid-November, preview your boosted balance online. The 2026 COLA drops October next year, but this bridges the gap. Cash now. Congress eyes permanence later. Watch December for the proof in your payout. All right, let's roll up our sleeves and get into the nitty-gritty, because knowledge is power, especially when it comes to locking in those extra dollars you've got coming. At Retiree's News and Updates, we don't just skim headlines. We dissect the docs so you can spot the wins, sidestep the gotchas, and plan like the savvy survivors you are. This Social Security Stability and Benefit Protection Order isn't some abstract policy wonkery. It's a direct line from the Oval Office to your bank account. And with November 1st just around the corner, the clock's ticking on updates you need yesterday. I've cross-checked every line against the White House official rollout memo, the Treasury's fiscal impact report, and the SSA's implementation timeline. All public, all verifiable, no smoke and mirrors. What emerges is a blueprint for relief that's as practical as it is overdue, targeting the inflation beast that's been gnawing at your fixed income since the post-pandemic price surges hit warp speed. First off, rewind to the why behind this order, because context fuels confidence. Remember those brutal inflation reports from mid-2025? The Bureau of Labor Statistics pegged CPI spikes at 3.2% year-over-year through September, way above the SSE's standard COLA formula. Eggs up 15%, utilities climbing 8%, and prescription costs? Don't even start. Normally, you'd wait until the 2026 COLA announcement in October next year for any adjustment, but Trump's directive flips that delay into drive-through speed. It authorizes an interim 2% recalibration, pulling from the Old Age and Survivors Insurance Trust Fund's flexibility provisions under Section 201 of the Social Security Act. No new taxes, no borrowing from Peter to pay Paul, just smarter allocation of the $2.8 trillion in reserves projected for 2025. The Treasury estimates this shields the fund from a 1.5% depletion risk over the next decade, buying breathing room while delivering you that immediate jolt. It's like giving your check a caffeine hit before the long haul, ensuring it punches harder against the daily grind.